Hello, and welcome to the first in our series on internet safety. Today we will be looking at login security and how to keep your accounts safe. So, we all know that making a strong password is important. Password protects our accounts and the personal information inside from others. So, in this first section of this video, we are going to look at some common methods of breaking passwords and then use that knowledge to help us build a stronger password that can't be easily broken. Next, we are going to look at two-factor authentication, which is a relatively new technique for account protection. We're going to look at what it is and how it protects you. Lastly, we are going to do some research on password managers. This section isn't going to be for everyone, but if you put in a little extra effort into learning how to use one, it may get you a little extra security and save you time in the future. So the first method I've listed here is called password spraying. Password spraying is a proverbial shotgun blast of breaking passwords. A cybercriminal would try the same couple of common passwords on thousands of different accounts in hopes it opens one. So we want to avoid using common phrases, words, and sequences in our passwords because this leaves us extremely vulnerable to attacks. So the next method of breaking passwords is the brute force method. The brute force method is about trying every possible combination of letters, numbers, and symbols until the correct password is found. This is a time-consuming process, but as computers evolve to get faster and faster, brute force method becomes more of a risk. This is why long passwords are important, but also one that includes capitals, symbols, and numbers. Every bit of complexity adds exponentially to the time it takes to guess. To make memorizing long passwords easier, we can use passphrases, which are several words put together to make one password. Technology and Software Insight website betterbuys.com estimated that a personal computer in 2020 can attempt about 17 million passwords per second. So I have some math over here on the right side. And a password of 8 characters long has about 2.8 billion possible combinations. And this will take about 46 hours at maximum for a computer in 2020 to brute force. So unless you're changing your password every day, you can see why this is an issue. So now let's add some symbols and capitals into that equation. We're using the same password, 8 characters long, but we've included 32 symbols, 26 capitals, and 10 numbers. And that is about 6 quadrillion possible combination, and that takes about 11 years at maximum to brute force. You can see how just adding those symbols and capitals increases the time like crazy. Lastly, here we have the dictionary attack. A dictionary attack is much like the brute force attack, but instead of trying combinations of letters and numbers, it tries combinations of words found in the dictionary. This attack will also try common substitutions and capitalizations, like A for an @ symbol, I for exclamation mark, or O for 0. Adding a capital letter in the middle of a word or including numbers and symbols will help protect you from this kind of attack. Alright, so let's use what we learned to build a strong password. As we learned from password spraying, we want to avoid using common words, phrases, and sequences. To protect ourselves from brute force attacks, we want to use long passwords and use capitals, symbols, and numbers. And we learned from the dictionary attack that we want to include those special characters in the middle of words or between words. Okay, so now let's take a look at two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is an extra layer of security for your accounts and is recommended to use wherever possible. It's about providing an extra bit of proof that you are the owner of an account and can protect you even when your password is broken. It's like how a bank might want to see 2 pieces of ID. Two-factor authentication asks for a second bit of proof that the person logging in is you. Usually this is accomplished with providing a phone number or downloading an app. Then you can verify any new logins with a code texted to you or confirming on the app. This means that someone trying to log in as you will also need your device and will also help you identify when your password has been broken. Alright, so lastly, let's look at password managers. Password managers are a central hub for all of your logins and an excellent tool for those who regularly sign into many different accounts. Most password managers are paid apps that you can install on your desktop or smartphone. It works as a central hub, meaning you just have to remember the one password and the manager will sign you into your accounts automatically. This password manager will also create unique and complex passwords for every account so you don't have to compromise on security. This means that you have to sign into your password manager, and then your password manager will make a password for your Google account, which is different from your Instagram, which is different from your Twitter, etc., etc. And so you just have to remember the one password, and then the password manager takes care of everything else. Well, that's all for this video. Check back soon for more internet and safety tips. Thanks for watching.